Welcome to our retirement, folks. You'll hear some rummaging.
You want love? Oh, it's me. I'm just getting steak out there. That stewed steak that I got. I'm gonna cook it today. With some steak and onions and mushrooms. Got tea. Sorry. I've left my tablets upstairs. I'm gonna have to go get.
She loves disrupting my videos.
Sorry. Oh, you alright?
Yep.
Ian?
Morning, folks.
Morning. Oh dear. You want love?
Well, we went to the docks, as you know.
Aye.
She's very nice.
Yes, she is. Very nice, isn't she?
Yeah. Oh.
And this is what I've ended up with. They're like horse tranquilizers. 7, one for each day.
All in a separate box.
Yeah, all in the little box. I've got 7 little boxes like that.
Horse tranquilizers.
That's what they look like.
And these are to treat the yeast,
Infection
which she says
is what I've got.
yeast, there's yeast, blood and protein. That's what,
It's not a water infection.
that's what she says. So I've got to ring hospital today when I can find the letter.
Oh.
That'll be in your bag,
It will.
wherever that is.
Right. I'll get you. It's in my wardrobe.
All right.
My middle wardrobe.
Okay.
On the shelf.
Yeah, she was, the doctor was pretty frustrated that they'd cancelled it because she said it's not a water infection, but if they'd communicate with each other, they would have known that, wouldn't they?
And how didn't they, if they tested the sample, how didn't they know it wasn't a water infection?
Yeah.
And it were a yeast infection?
Yeah. I don't
know.
It's all a blooming mystery, but yeah, blooming awful stories about all this kind of thing going on in hospitals. People dilly-dallying, not diagnosing things right, and even when they don't do all about it, and people die waiting for them to get their fingers out. But that's just the state of everything. When you think back to the 80s before computers came along and everything were recorded on cards and things, I'm sure it were more organised. All this computerisation was supposed to make it all infallible, connected. Everything were going to be connected so that everyone knew wherever they were, they knew what the information was because it was all centralised. But it hasn't worked, has it? It don't seem to. Anyway, we went and had us breakfast, didn't we? At
very
Cooper's.
Nice again, yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Just a little bit chilly in there because she didn't have the fire on, and she's on the wrong side of the road for the sun, so it wasn't warming up, was it?
No.
I mean, it was lovely outside and it was quite warm on the side where the sun was. But of course, when you're on the shady side, it doesn't warm up as much, does it?
No.
But she obviously thought it wasn't worth lighting fire. because it were a nice day out. But I were a bit chilly. Yeah. And I had my big zip up cardigan on.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Mm.
And my scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balaclava gloves.
I didn't have a balaclava. And then from there we went up to the chemist to pick the things up.
Aye.
Which we had to wait.
We had to wait ages.
Mm. And then from there we went over to Sunnybank, is it?
Sunnybank Mills.
Mills.
Yeah, I think.
Which is across the road. We went into this lovely little shop what sold
I didn't
cards.
film in there, did I?
Oh, didn't you? Cards, jewellery, soaps, homemade soaps.
I should have.
What we used to call joss sticks. Them long wooden things that you smell when you light them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And quite a few other things, different things, and it was lovely, wasn't it, in there?
Yeah.
I bought a little card
For our Tracy.
for our Tracy, because it was,
Little thank you card
yeah,
for all her help.
over here. And then we went from there over to, because that's
Sewing
where the
place.
sewing shop used to be, but she's moved to a different mill. So we went across the bit of roadway that's in there, and we found the other shop, sewing shop, that sells material and zips and things like that, and bought two. One were in a cross stitch and other one's a little embroidery bee.
It's funny, but Pat discovered that there's a whole chunk of the cross stitch she's been working on missing, and it got destroyed in the van apparently.
Yeah.
So Tracy has gone and found searched online and found the exact one and sent off for it.
Reordered it.
So that Pat can finish it. She's typical of Tracy, is that?
Excuse me. Yeah. So I'm going to be busy, folks. I've got all these cross stitches.
Yeah, and you got some lavender pillows
Yeah, it's
to embroider.
Yeah. I don't know whether there's, I haven't opened it. I don't know whether there's one or
There should be
more than one.
Oh, I don't know. I have to say.
So they've got embroidery on the Hessian. And then I think they've also got a pack of lavender that you fill the little cushion. It's probably only about that big, little cushion.
Make your drawers smell nice, or you put it under your pillow.
Yeah. People put lavender under the pillow.
To help them sleep.
Yeah.
And then we found that other place.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that were a right Aladdin's cave, that was.
Yeah.
We didn't even know it existed.
No. Our Tracy knew it were there, but she wasn't quite sure where it was. What were it called? Scraps.
Because that's what it is. It's like, it's as though they're buying bulk amounts of odd things from somewhere.
Don't know where.
Oh, these places go on bus, no doubt.
Yeah. It were a right place.
Strange array. Well, you've seen some of it.
Some of it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Someone asked me where it was, so I sent them a link to it.
Yeah.
Well, you enjoyed yourself, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It was very interesting. I mean, you wouldn't believe that all them different things were in one place.
No.
Would you?
No.
Cuts of leather, cuts of foam, bicycle wheels. Just
Card, paper, materials.
wooden things, eco-friendly soaps and bamboo toothbrushes and nail brushes, just loads of things. I was really impressed with it.
And then we drove back and went and parked the car up and went to Barge for
a drink.
a drinky.
A glass of wine and
came back.
yeah.
Oh, I had tomato juice. You had a tomato juice.
I did. Yeah, Britvic tomato juice.
Some of these pubs sell it and some of them don't.
Yeah. I bought some from Marks and Spencer's, a tomato juice, which is much stronger than the one that I had in the Barge.
Was it a Britvic? The one in the Barge?
Yes, it was. But this is a Marks and Spencer's bottle.
Yeah, it's got a lot of Lee Perrin sauce in it or something.
Yeah, a lot of something. It's got bite to it as this one from Marks's.
Yeah.
And then last night I had a Bucks Fizz with Tracy.
And this morning her sugar is 14.
Yes. Oh dear. Because I only had porridge for my tea last night, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really have any tea.
No, you didn't. You had flapjack and grapes.
Yeah, I bought a piece of gluten-free flapjack from Cooper's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have I?
Oh.
Get it off.
Yeah, it looked nice.
Yeah, it was. Well, nice.
Mm.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a big tea, did we? You just had that and some grapes.
Some grapes, that were it. Oh,
another glass of wine.
No, I didn't.
No.
There were a drop left in the bottle, so I just finished it off.
Yeah, little drop.
And I finished the nuts.
Oh, right, some
cashew
nuts. Oh, did you?
Mm.
They're nice, aren't they, them salt and pepper cashew nuts?
Yeah.
They're very Moorish.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
From Marx's. It's only about that big is the bag, isn't it? It's not very big.
No, it's not very big, no. I've had a few each night.
Yeah. He's very controlled, is Trevor. He's like his mum. She could eat one piece of chocolate.
She used to have a bar of chocolate at the fridge with my mum and she'd break one piece off every night. We were talking to Cash about that when we were at Mick and Jane's. And Cash is a builder. He's got his own building business. And he was telling us, because my brother says that there's no such thing as one glass of wine. Once you have a glass, you have to have another. Which I don't. I just have a glass of wine on a night with my tea. And people think that's quite hilarious. And Cash, he said, we were doing a job in a house. And he said there was this bottle of wine on a kitchen worktop. And every day they came, they were just this wine had gone down by a little bit each day. And he says that they must have just been having one glass of wine every night. Every night. And he says, I don't know how anyone could do that.
Yeah.
Because Cash can go through a bottle of wine just like that. Yeah.
A lot of people do, don't they? Go through. I mean, that couple on that table at Weatherby Whaler, they went through a bottle of wine between them.
They did. I can remember us ordering, there was a meal deal somewhere at a restaurant once, and it was a steak, 2 steaks and a bottle of wine for 36 quid or something.
Yeah.
Which we thought that were an amazing deal. Although you never know what the steak's going to be like.
No, you don't.
You do take a risk with something like that. But we always bring wine home with us.
Yeah, we never finish it.
Never finish it, no. Yeah.
If we do get a bottle, which is very rare.
Yeah.
Because I don't really drink.
No, you don't.
To that extent.
You're not really into wine.
I mean, that Bucks Fizz were nice last night, like.
Yeah, if it's a playful little drink.
Yeah.
You don't mind that.
No.
Low alcohol content and sweet, if it's sweet. Used to like Liebfrau milk.
Yeah.
Which is a 10 bottle of wine, really.
Not really a bottle of wine.
9% or something.
Yeah.
Mind you, Barry's wines are low in volume, but
Yeah.
I was telling Cash about that. But he was mystified with it. He said perhaps if you belong to one of these wine clubs, you can stipulate the volume, you know, the strength of the wine. You can stipulate the strength of something, so they never send you information about wines
that are
higher than that. You know, he says it could be that. Because I said, why is it? Because they're not cheap, these bottles of wines that Barry gets.
No.
They're not cheap wine, but they're not strong wine either.
No,
but
the
they
rose
are nice.
is lovely.
They are nice. You're very Moorish. You can sup it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else have you got to
Well,
say, my love?
I don't know what that their website I created. It's got a thing on that an analytics page on it. I don't know whether it works for free version or not, but according to this analytics page, nobody's been on it. Nobody's even looked.
All right.
So
You've got another nice one there.
I've got another drawing to show you there, if you're interested. This one is another pastel drawing.
Good.
12 inch by 12 inch, that.
Yeah.
So the idea is, if you're interested,
Anybody?
anyone, you'd tell me in the comments, and I'll put that on that website with a link to it. So you could buy it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That's how I'm using the site.
Right.
Because you can't really use the free version to
buy it.
Yeah, yeah. I've set it up to buy things.
Right.
You can pay with PayPal or credit card or debit card. It's all set up properly.
Right.
It's just that you can only have three of anything. You can only have either 3 prints or 3 pastel drawings, originals, or 3 pen drawing originals. The originals tend to be smaller than that, because that's been blown up as that to that size. The original. Will it? I don't know. It might be the same size. I don't know.
I thought it wouldn't any smaller.
Any smaller? No. Because some of them are 16 by 12 originals, and some of them are quite small. And I tend to like the prints more than the originals.
Yeah.
But
you do,
some
don't
people
you?
don't buy prints; they only buy originals. Who knows? I don't. I mean, I would sign it, so it would be signed. Would that print? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that.
Yeah. Where did we get to in his
We're up to date.
stories? Are we?
There's no more stories.
No more stories.
We're up to date.
We're up to date.
We're here. We're here. We've got the motorhome, you know, with all its problems that we had to sort out. I mean, it were ironic that the day of the crash, well, not the day of the crash, I had the crash in June, didn't I? In April, I had the timing belt done and a service. That wasn't cheap. In January or February, I had the gas low system fitted.
Yeah.
Is that it?
We bought new carpets.
New carpets, remember?
Throughout.
We had all new carpets made for it. All shortly before the smash, which just destroyed everything.
Yeah. I was thinking to myself this morning, bloody percolator was still in there. Little percolator in cupboard.
Oh, aye. Oh, I remember finding glass.
Were it broken?
Yeah.
Oh.
It were on step
All right.
when I opened the door.
Oh.
What you remember me saying here? Here's your percolator here, but it's broke.
All right.
It wasn't the percolator, just the glass jug.
Just the jug broke. Right. Yeah.
I mean, well, you've seen on video the inside, the state of the inside of the van.
And that's where my top half of my cross stitch pattern went.
Yeah.
Somewhere. I think it must have got separated from the other bits, because I picked all the bits up that I've got here. But obviously there were a couple of pieces of paper missing with top cross stitch on.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's amazing how over time you discover things that are missing.
Yeah.
You don't
realise,
and then you come to want something, you think, oh, I bet it were in van. Yeah. Do you know, we were looking at someone on my phone this morning, weren't we? In bed.
Yeah.
In bed.
Yeah, I've got a stiff neck. We're looking.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. None of them are quite. I mean, the first one I liked because it were automatic.
It was a little Japanese thing, automatic, a little thing, and it had a lift up. It had a solid roof, but it lifted up. I think,
to give you a bit more headroom.
Yeah, and also it had movable platform, so you could actually keep on up there.
Yeah.
But you could move these platforms and you could move all the seating into different. It were quite.
Yeah, the only thing was it didn't have a toilet, did it? In there.
Didn't have a toilet.
No.
It had only had one owner. I think it had only done 23,000.
Yeah, it was quite.
And it were in Leeds.
Yeah. Small.
It's very tiny. It were a tiny little thing. But no, it don't have a toilet. No good.
Or if it did, it never showed us. Is that lazy?
What? How much were it?
Yeah.
Can you hear something?
20.
What it 20?
21.
Something.
Yeah. 29,999. 29,9.
No, it won't. That's 30,000. It will not want that. Perhaps you don't understand figures. You don't know what £1 million looks like.
Oh no. Just now could do a lot with it.
She know how to spend it. But I tell you what, she'd probably give most of it away or spend it all on other people. Knowing Pat.
Yes, I do know some people who need some money.
Yeah, Pat knows people who need money. It makes me sigh that, but yet I don't really know what I'd spend it on this end anyway. There's no I won't really.
No. No.
Well, you did look small in bed this morning.
Oh, did I?
She looked a tiny little thing laid there.
Snoring away.
I just had to grab her and cuddle her because she's so tiny and cute.
Cute. Oh dear.
Oh. Yeah, dear. What else to say about that?
No. I was watching Good Bones last night. You know,
Good Bones.
house programme with mother and
His
daughter.
mother and daughter.
Yeah. but it were an early one. And they were doing a dad.
A what?
A dad. The daughter, the dad.
They were doing a dad?
The dad's house up. I didn't quite finish off.
Oh.
He wanted it remodelling inside, but she said he'd asked this before and then changed his mind.
Oh.
He were a surgical...
Here we go.
Orthopaedic surgeon.
Oh, okay.
That's the word. Orthopaedic surgeon.
Right.
And he'd remarried.
Right.
And they got younger sons. I think the youngest were 11.
All right.
But when you went in the house, it's the house that him and his first wife built together, had built.
Right.
And she moved out.
Right.
And then this room that they went in, it was just full of knickknacks in cupboards. You couldn't see a wall. There was just a cupboard with all these knickknacks in. And she said, Dad, you need to clear these out.
Well, they is, or his wife's.
No, they were all his. He collected them.
It's unusual, that, for a bloke
to collect knickknacks, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his wife were younger than him.
Right.
And I think she really wanted the kitchen remodelling.
Right.
It was a bit small. So they took the job on, and but she had to converse with him a lot because he was very particular about what he wanted, and they were going to look at countertops, and he'd initially said he wanted black and then changed his mind and said he wanted something lighter. And when she made him go and have a look at all these quartz countertops and things, and he ended up with black.
He did?
Yeah, he ended up with black. And he wanted the edges, he wanted a shaving taken off so that it didn't, it wasn't a sharp edge, it were more rounded.
Yeah.
And when it arrived, it wasn't, they hadn't done it.
Oh.
They hadn't shaved the little piece off.
All right.
And she rang him and she says, what do you think, Dad? Can you live with it? And he says, no, send it back.
Ah. Wow.
So she did. She sent it back and they did it and brought it back again. And it did look nice. And also he wanted a bigger window put in the kitchen. And they'd put this window in. And he said it wasn't big enough. They wanted it bigger. So they had to take it out and reorder another window.
Oh.
Send it back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. But it did look nice.
When they've done
You got a really nice view outside.
Right.
Front window. Let a lot more lighting. And they put patio doors in as well. And so it did look nice when they'd finished, but it were a more minimalist than what he had it.
Right.
Yeah. And he liked pink. Very strange for a man, isn't it? Yeah. So they did pink stripes on his wall in the living room.
Uh-huh.
And pink, you know them swag curtains?
Oh, yeah.
Pink swag curtains on window.
Wow.
And he said, it's absolutely gorgeous, I love it.
Right.
It wasn't his wife that wanted pink, it were him.
Right.
Because his walls had been pink
Did his
before.
wife get to choose, though?
She wanted a dishwasher
Right.
in the kitchen. They'd been married over 15 years.
Yeah.
And she'd never had a dishwasher.
Right. So did she get a dishwasher?
Yes, she did. She got a dishwasher.
Right. Okay.
I don't think she was really bothered as long as it was
Yeah. Nice.
nice, yeah. And she knew that his daughter would do it nice.
Yeah.
But I've seen a later one where the mother's on her own. She's not with the daughter.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
And I think the mother had retired from the building thing because she was very hands-on, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And she'd bought an house somewhere else, but she looks a lot thinner and, you know, she didn't... I mean, you always liked the mother, didn't you? You thought she was a good-looking woman. But I don't think you'd quite recognise her.
Really?
She's that changed.
Changed a lot. All right. Oh, okay.
So...
Well, it's half an hour, darling. I think we better stop.
All right.
All right, folks.
Yeah. I'm only waffling anyway.
You're not? No, she ain't, is she? She's not waffling. No. All right, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, all being well. Well, just a minute. It's Saturday tomorrow. So
could change Saturdays. We never know.
We never know whether we can get access to the kitchen.
Yeah.
On a Saturdays. On our own.
Yeah.
No. Okay, folks. See you if we see you.
Bye.
Bye.